Hello friends, today is day 26 of our 30-day declutter and we are decluttering candles. Okay, now I'm going to be the first to admit this is going to take longer than 15 minutes, but it's so well worth the time. I'm going to take these 9 candles and I'm going to turn them into 4 seasonal candles. And the way that I do this is that I bought a candle warming plate. This will melt down the wax for me. Then I'm going to choose one of my jars and this will be my Christmas jar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and melt this wax. Then I get in there and I pull out those wicks and I put longer wicks in there. So this right here is the kit that I bought. It's got all different lengths of wicks. It's got little sticky pads if you want to stick it to the bottom of a fresh candle container. And then these are the tools that they give you. I don't know what each of them do. I just use them the way that I use them. And now I do this a little bit backwards and you don't have to do it this way. Let me show you what I did. I went ahead and this is the container I'm going to use. So I'm going to pour out the wax so that I can take out those wicks. However, really all you needed to do is go ahead and melt the wax and then pull out the wicks and put the new wicks in. I did not need to pour that wax out and then pour it back into here. But you'll see, I'll do it here in just a little bit. I'll do it right in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put these wicks in. You're going to need a way of being able to secure those wicks down. I couldn't use the sticky pads because obviously there's wax in the bottom of this. So I hold them with these little clips that they gave us to just kind of stand them and keep them straight. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the melted wax and go ahead and stick it to the bottom the best that I can. But again, I'm going to have to secure them with the clips in order to make everything stand while waiting for the wax that you pour in there to harden. I think you see what I'm saying, right? It's kind of confusing to explain, but I think you can see what I'm saying. All right, once you get these secured down, they're going to harden. And while they're hardening, I'm melting the other candle so that way I can pour it on top of this. And again, this is all going to be in layers. So when I go to burn it next Christmas, I will have a layer of, let's say, snickerdoodle, then I'll have a layer of cinnamon, and then I'll have a layer of something else. So I'm not mixing melted wax all together. I am layering them. So that way when I burn them, they will burn in layers. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyways, now this one is going to harden. And while this one's hardening, I will go ahead and go to the next one and I will melt that wax. And then that will be the final pour that I do for this container. All right, so these two are my leftover spring candles and I'm going to go ahead and combine these two. Again, I'm going to melt this one. Then, like I said, you can just reach in there and take out that wick and then add the longer one in. Now, once I do that, I'm going to put the 2 new wicks in there. It'll, stand there and harden, and then I'll melt the other one and pour that right on top of there. And then once the candles harden, I go ahead and I cut the wicks down and I put the top on, and then I'll use this next Christmas. Now, before I buy any more Christmas candles, I vow to use this one candle first. So that way I don't run into this problem again. So that's how you do it. So this one right here is my fall candle. I only have these 2. I've already melted the orange one and now I'm melting this big one. I was surprised that I would be able to melt that big one because it's got that thick bottom and also it's a little bit bigger than the plate. But it worked out just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here and ta-da, I've got me a fall candle. So I hope this helps you to understand how I'm using this strategy to declutter all of my candles. I don't want to waste them, but I don't want to have so many up in the cabinet. So I think this is a perfect way of being able to just combine them and use them in different layers of scents. All right, friends, I will see you again in tomorrow's video. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.